Connor, we were back at the Hive on Tuesday night with another fantastic win against Yeovil Town. What were your thoughts on the game?
Listen, we spoke before the game about them only being 6 points off playoffs. I know they got a few injury concerns, but we know the threat they pose, especially in possession. We've done outstanding work, the lads, in terms of limiting them to chances. And to be fair, we were clinical in the top end. So we're a little bit sluggish to start with in the first 10-15, but once we got that breakthrough goal, I thought we were outstanding. And we just had too much of them and took the game away from them quite quick after that.
As you just mentioned, in the first half, it took us a few minutes to really get going. Do you think the way Yeovil were playing was part of the reason for that?
Listen, we've seen it a lot, especially at the Hive, where teams come and sit in, and it can be frustrating at times, but to be honest, when you have that much of the ball, we know we've got the capability to grind teams down, whether we score in the 15th minute, 20th minute, even against Solihull when they equalised. It took us until the 70th minute to get the breakthrough goal, to get back in front in that game. So we know we've got the capability to keep going and keep going. We're relentless with it. The lads know their phases, they're brilliant at it. So when teams sit in, although it can be frustrating to start with, we can eventually know we're going to grind them down and they'll tire. So the spaces get a little bit bigger as the half goes on, as the game wears on. So we do back ourselves to continue to score goals within them scenarios.
It was great to see a few names on the score sheet on Tuesday and some brilliant, outstanding players throughout the entire last few weeks, really. Has there really anyone stand out for you particularly?
It's always tough to single out players when you've been on a run like this. I mean, it's the collective, really. I mean, you look at Zach Brunt, he didn't play for a couple of games, then comes back in, and the goal against Oldham, that's a breakthrough goal, because at that point the game's real tight. So that's a magnificent moment for him. It's an unbelievable amount of quality within the goal. So that deserves mentioning. But in terms of people that have been consistent, I think Steady's up to his levels again. He's come back, he had a few niggles in the middle part of the season, but he's come back, he's absolutely flying at the minute. Lee has made a massive difference for us with his hold-up play. There's been loads, to be honest, there's too many to mention. Mauls, Gloves, everyone's been outstanding. Evo, since he's come in, he's conceded 1 in 9. So, and then even in that time, we had Savs come in for 2 games, he's done excellent as well. So it's hard to pinpoint 1 or 2 individuals. I think that it's a collective, everyone's been outstanding. That's from Gaffer right down to everyone. So on the pitch, off the pitch, you see the push towards Saturday in terms of the football for a fiver and the numbers we seem to be getting through the gate. So not just the playing staff, even the staff behind the scenes are doing a great job. So throughout the club, it's just a great feel around the place.
As you know, we're back at the Hive again this Saturday, facing Dagenham and Redbridge in an early kick-off. What are your thoughts heading into that fixture?
Listen, we know Youngie well. He was the assistant when we played them earlier in the season. He speaks really well. We know him personally. He's got good drive, good motivation. I've got no doubt he'll do an excellent job. I know they're in a bad patch at the minute, but they had a good result against Aldershot Tuesday night. They frustrated them. They had chances themselves to win the game. They got some really exciting players, especially in the top end with Dion Pereira, obviously Josh Reese I know personally. Josh Jameer's a handful. Hill was excellent against us down at their place. So they got some real threats, especially in the top end. Hess is another good lad that I've played with in my career, so he's a good player. So they got some excellent players. So they probably find themselves a little bit unfortunate on the run they're on. And I think they've got the capabilities to go on a positive run. So I'm sure that's what they'll be looking to do, and we just make sure it can happen this Saturday for us.
And final question for you today: what would you say to any fans out there who are still considering about attending the fixture tomorrow?
Just get down, come down and watch us. We've been exciting, especially at home. Our home record speaks for itself, so obviously the £5 is great value to watch the quality of football that we think we put on display. So come down, soak in the atmosphere, soak in the facilities and how good we play and the way the lads are performing. So it helps us as well as management team and players. It drives us on that little bit extra. You see the atmosphere in the York game and the adrenaline and the energy it gave the players. So to do what they've done for 90 minutes within that game shows what it can do when you have extra fans in the ground. So if we can get another 3,500 through the gate tomorrow, it'll help the lads enormously.
Connor, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, Al.